for you today about how to look after your back and your knees while you're in the garden. So the first tip is really just a simple principle to not use your waist or your back like a hinge. So just to demonstrate, often we're using our upper torso in this kind of hinge fashion, opening and closing, but what we want to do is leave the curves of our spine alone and instead use our hip joints. So if you stand akimbo with your hands on your hips, really this is the top of our pelvis. So if you just feel that landmark there, that bony landmark, and you walk your fingers forward, you find the front of your pelvis, which is a place called the ASIS, the anterior superior iliac spine, or you can also think of them as your headlights, so you know where your pelvis is pointing. So you want to keep that in the direction that you're working. So say you're needing to get down into a bed here. I'll dig up my little things there, but keep your headlights facing forward, and instead of hinging forward to get at something and twisting, what you want to do is turn your whole body towards that and get lower. My second quick tip is looking at how you use your lower legs, or their relationship to the rest of your body as well as to the ground. So when you're bending, you want to, instead of sending your shins forward of your pelvis, you want to keep them pointing straight up and straight down, kind of perpendicular to the ground. So it'll feel like you're sticking your rear end out, which is fine. It's kind of a monkey position. And then if you need to get lower to the ground, particularly if your garden bed is flush with the ground, you can use an old towel or an old cushion and put it down. And again, you're going to pay attention to how you're using your lower leg. As you come into your kneeling position, I didn't quite get that right, you want this to be pointing straight up and straight down. And you don't want this angle to get too small as well. So you can think of the angles of your knees being at about 90 degrees, and you can go by how that feels. Does it feel okay to bend? And this does take a bit of leg strength. And again, as you're working here, you want to pay attention to your headlights, not doing too much rotation, and again, flexing at your hip joints rather than reaching over and basically slumping over in your upper back. So you want to keep the curves of your spine. And if you find you don't quite have the leg strength required to get up and down, you can bring out a stool or a little step stool, so you can put a little bit of weight into your arms here and take a little bit of that weight until you build up this strength. And yeah, it might feel a little bit odd at first to really pay attention to how you're using yourself when you're trying to accomplish something else. But if you think of it like a little bit of a dance, make it into a bit of a dance or a bit of a game. You can really enjoy being in the moment of gardening and look after your back at the same time. So that's my tip today. Please feel free to leave a comment or questions or the way that you look after your body as you're gardening. Share those.